All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here on a Wednesday. How's everybody doing? It is a cold, misty, kind of rainy day here in Boston, but that's okay. It's all good. We hit 25 cents today. So recovery was there, but couldn't hold. So we'll be seeing during the live stream whether this little dip down to 24.2 here was a short-term higher low. And then we turn around and go higher from here. And we're going to look at higher lows and higher highs on bigger time frames in just a little bit, because Dogecoin is setting up for the next move. So how's everybody doing today? What's up in the chat? Hey, notification just came out on YouTube. Every once in a while, YouTube sends out proper notifications for my streams. And today's the day. Maybe we'll get a few more people in here talking Doge. Kind of exciting this morning when Zone, yes, clean core, Zone went crazy pre-market and then kind of settled down during the day, but it's still up 12% or something for the day. So I'm kind of keeping my eye on that after market. I want to see if Zone gun goes crazy or not. So I'm just going to keep my eye on that because I own some. And if after market it starts going crazy, I may have to do a trade. So I'm going to keep my eye on that as well. What else going on? Bitcoin did hit $114,000 and then retraced. So Bitcoin 114, Dogecoin 25 cents. Those are targets we will be looking for. And XRP just about hit $3. Nice move for XRP, but still not quite yet. Not quite yet. So that's where we are right now. What's going on overall? Look, global liquidity. I mentioned it this morning in my video. Did you guys see my video this morning? Oh, it was another good one. Another good video. The Dogecoin chart setups. Went through all the different charts people are showing, including mine, including WA. Yes, we will look at mine as well. Dogecoin chart setups. But hey, look, you know, when it comes to the M2 money supply, there's really only been like a couple times when the M2 money supply has actually gone down. 2022, right? We had the bear market. It was bear market in crypto as well as for money, right? Money went down 2022. Also, money went down back here in about 2015. 2014, 2015. And guess what? That was another bear market. So 2026 might be the next time we see the M2 money supply come down, which would be about right for the 4-year cycles. Look, even 2018, there was a little bit of a dip there. So yeah, we're on kind of 4-year cycles. 2014, 2018, 2022, and then into 2026. So that pattern is saying this year we're still good. That's next year. That's next year. Okay. So what happened the past 24 hours? Aster, right? Everybody talking about Aster and mentioned that as well. We were talking about that yesterday. I think CZ is just buying a crap ton of it along with Binance. They're just buying the crap out of Aster and it keeps going up and up and up. We may look at that chart in a little while. Tom Crown was watching him earlier today and he took 5 days off, went to some music festival, comes back and someone asked in the chat for him to show Aster and he says, "What's Aster?" Truly, he was unplugged from the charts while he was at the music festival. that he went to. He said, what's Aster? It's like, Tom, you missed out on Aster. Tether is it's going to be valued at like $500 billion. It's going to do an IPO. It's like crazy. Tether, right? Stable coins, that's the future, right? SEC, they're going to be talking about a 401k push. And interestingly enough, on October 1st, I just found out that Congress, once they come back, if they indeed, we don't shut the government down, they're planning to talk about crypto taxes. Interesting, crypto taxes. So we're going to keep our eyes on that. Brian Armstrong from Coinbase is calling for Bitcoin to hit $1 million a coin. $1 million a coin. Not anytime soon. And then we had this thing, FTT. FTT pumping off of a Sam Bankman-Fried good morning tweet, a GM tweet. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. And look, it's only Wednesday, right? It's only Wednesday and all this stuff is going on. We got stuff going on. Look, it still feels like that was nothing more than a cascade of liquidations. Historically means it's a great time to buy. It was just a cascade of liquidations here. It's a liquidation event, according to Income Sharks. And that is what we have just survived, is this dump, liquidation. And then, again, late last night, we had a second to take out all the new leveraged longs that were put in. And even Bitcoin's this morning was lower than the low that we had from late Sunday night, early Monday morning. So Bitcoin did drop down to almost 111, where it was only 112 early Monday morning, late Sunday night dip. So taking out more leverage. And that's it, cascading liquidations. That's what moves the markets here, guys. You can do all the technical analysis you want, but until those longs get taken out, anything's in play. Which takes us to ETH. So ETH now, M2 global liquidity with the ETH chart and what happened, right? They do these comparisons. M2 money supply keeps going up, but ETH turned and went sideways, as did Bitcoin and everything else. It just turned and went sideways. Is this going to catch back up, though? Is ETH going to catch back up? And if it does it come up to like $10,000 in ETH or more? So we could still see a dip. Merlin the trader saying maybe a $4,000 sweep. And again, you remember what Ben Cowan said, 3,500, and then he might have revised it to 3,600, I heard, but that would be much lower. We could still have another dip coming, and there are many calling for Bitcoin down to 104.7. There seems to be some big liquidity grab all the way down to 104.7 for Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is sitting at 113, and it touched 114 today. So going all the way down to 104, that would be a heck of a drop. So right now, I don't see that happening, even if there's a US government shutdown. But that government shutdown is starting to look more likely. But look, in the overall 4-year cycles, right? We've talked about the bear markets, right? 2014, 2018, 2022, and next year, 2026. I was doing my big buying in 2022, the end of 2022, and into 2023. So a lot of it is about timing. And Zero says today, one bear market is all you need to retire. You just need one bear market, right? Because it gives you a chance to buy what survives at prices no one believes in before the next cycle makes them life-changing. This is going to be our theme a year from now. And I know you don't want to think about it. Kriss, a year from now, what are you talking about? It's like, yes, a year from now. So if you're buying crypto now, I'm saying don't expect 10x gains. We're not going to get 10x gains from here. The time to buy was a couple years ago when we were buying Dogecoin at 5 cents. Remember that? We were here buying Dogecoin in the 5 to 6 cent range. That's the 10x, right? 5 cents to 50 cents, right? But you're not going to get it from here. I don't think Dogecoin's going to $2.40. Unfortunately, sorry. Now, could there be some crazy ass catalyst that makes Dogecoin go crazy? Sure, that can still happen. But the expectations, and I know I hear from some of you, and even in the comments on my video this morning, because I said at the end, it's like, am I being a little too conservative in my price targets? And some people are, yeah, way too conservative, Kriss. Wait. We're going way higher. Like, there's still a lot of big bulls for Dogecoin that are out there. But look, eat well, sleep well, get your body moving, study the charts, buy the dip, watch KrissPax. Oh, it doesn't say that. But yeah, watch KrissPax, work on your socials, keep a vice or two. You got to live, right? You got to do something. Hang with your homies, touch grass, stack conviction, zoom out, stay patient, trust the cycle. Ride the wave when it comes. Trust the cycle. Trust the cycle. Somebody posted on X in response to one of my things last night. It's like, what, Kriss doesn't believes that the run is over? And I'm like, no. I didn't say that. I was making some joke about the Korean esports crypto trading competition that I posted. And I was saying signs of a top are coming because of that. I didn't say we'd already topped. It was a joke on the whole Korean thing. We showed that. We showed that here on the live stream yesterday. So I posted a screenshot last night of it, and it was just like making fun of it. The cycle's not over. We're not done yet. And then Zero says, my 3 largest positions are what? Bonk, Doge, and Pengu. And I'm like, hey, I've got all 3 of those too. But Doge is my largest, of course. And then Bitcoin. But yeah, Bonk, Pengu, I've got those. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. So I like this guy. This guy on X, he does some really nice posts. I like that. And back in 2022, at the end, you could have bought Solana at $8 or $9. I mean, it dipped to $8. It was trading between $9 and $10 for a while. Yeah. $10 Solana. Could have bought it. I mean, there was all sorts of FUD going on about Solana at the time, and most people weren't trusting it at all. But so we go. So what about House of Doge? What's happening with Dogecoin? The official Dogecoin treasury, right? The next phase for Dogecoin isn't just technical, it's structural. The official treasury reserve with Clean Core, that's our ticker Zone. Zone is 225 or 226 aftermarket. So we got that. Public market vehicle. 600 million Doge are acquired to date. They're going to have 1 billion in the next week. So there's 400 million more that they've committed to buying in the next week. Real world payments, custody rails. We're here to turn Doge from a meme into a permanent financial movement. That was courtesy of House of Doge today. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. And X payments. Jay, I haven't heard anything about that. Again, no update other than what we talked about, what Elon posted the other day. They're going from the internal beta to the external beta testing. No timeline yet. So we're waiting. We're waiting. Meanwhile, Bitcoin Census says Doge is setting up for the next explosive move. Doge is setting up for the next explosive move. Dogecoin follows a repeating structure. And this is what I've been showing time and time again. When you zoom out, it's higher lows and higher highs. And you run your lines here. Here we are in September, and what comes? October, November. He's got his green box. You've been seeing my green boxes on my charts, right? Of course, I just make it thinner because we're not in the real explosive move yet, which really doesn't start until after October 1st, in my humble opinion. IHO, in my humble opinion. Price bounding off of an ascending trendline support. Target $1.30. $1.30 if the pattern repeats again. Is history rhyming or is it just hype? Do we get to $1.30? Are we going to see this 800% move from the dip that we had back in June? We shall see. But I like this guy. This guy posts really well. He's not an Ali type. He does some really good stuff. So there we go. This is the chart. Dogecoin setting up for the next explosive move. Meanwhile, we had FTT. Last night, FTT took off. And why? Because the SBF account posted a GM. And I was just like, what? Yes, the SBF account. And I call it the SBF account because it later came out to be one of Sam's friends who was posting on behalf of SBF because SBF's in jail. And he's going to be in jail for a very long time. So what the hell, right? What the hell? This account posts, and the stupid FTT token just does a 50% green candle. It's like the craziness of crypto, right? The craziness of crypto. So, yeah. Yes, that's why you're getting these SBF prison stuff in algorithms, is because of this. Yep. There's a reason for everything. Well, kind of. But yeah, so that's what happened. And then looking forward to October, right? We got our FedWatch tool from the CME group, 34 more days until the next FOMC meeting, which we're thinking they're going to be doing rate cuts. Well, it's a 94% chance right now. 94% chance that there's going to be another rate cut on October 29th. October 29th. 94% chance. And that number has gone up. A week ago, it was 87%. A day ago, it was 91. Now it's up to 94. So it's trending up. 94% chance there's going to be another rate cut. So, yeah, that's not bad, right, Sunshine? You like 94. Yeah, not bad. These other 6% of people who are voters, or however they determine this thing, are like, nope, nope. So, yeah. So that's what's going on, guys. Hey, the chart structure is good. And if you were on Tom Crown's, yes, if you were on Tom Crown's show earlier today, there's Tom, right? And he was charting Doge. He saw that I was there and he was like, hey, KrissPax. It's like, yeah, let's look at Doge. And he's looking at the same thing. He's like, look at this. He said, I can't deny this chart structure. Higher highs and higher lows. What does that mean? That means this is the next target. Now he's pointing to 74 cents, the previous all-time high. So that's where his arrow goes to, 74 cents. Now, 74 cents, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad, but we'll see. And it was spicy. And he said it was spicy. And here's Tom again. It's spicy. Yeah. Spicy. So yeah, there we go. There we go. How you guys doing? KrissPax, YouTube time. You can always count on Dogecoin, Charlotte. What's the word on the shutdown? Right now, so Trump put out a memo or a post or something to Congress saying, get your act together. Don't shut the government down. Do your duty, right? And don't try and stuff in a bunch of things that don't matter into a bill. So, go Doge. Every Fed governor I've heard talk this week appears hawkish. Yeah, I mean, the market's down because of the liquidity sweep, but a little pullback in stocks, but they recovered mostly today. Tesla was way up again. Music stuck working late. We'll catch up later. All love on Doge. Dogecoin to the moon. The fractals don't mean anything until it actually happens. But of course, God. Of course, that is true. BitBoy. Jay, really? Huh? 1 week away till we can all retire? Oh no, that's just the pivot point. Then we gotta watch it grow. We gotta watch it grow. So Tom. Christian says, I'd humbly take anything above 74 cents. Yeah, Tom was having a tough time today because he was at this like 2 or 3 day music festival over the weekend and he had no voice left. No voice left. And then the stream was glitching a couple times and it was just, anyway. But he got caught up on Aster and with the other market moves that are going on, and he's very optimistic. So I'm not getting into crypto fatigue. I've been preaching patience for months. Patience, patience, patience. We're not there yet. We're not in Q4 yet. Q4 hasn't even started yet. So let's go, right, D community? Let's go. Anything above all-time high is a sell zone. True. But somehow cryptos do keep moving up many times when they hit a new all-time high. So there's some immediate dumpage, but then the new buyers come in, they take over and push it higher. We've seen that again and again and again. On the shutdown, yes, they will point fingers, blame each other, fill it with pork. I just want it to get past. I don't want to see a shutdown. Hey, Duchess, how are you? Time to relax. I am keeping faith. There's no government shutdown. Have I heard about the ZBEC network, Zach? No, I haven't. Don't know what the ZBEC network is. Poly markets at 74%. 74% chance, yeah. Yeah, I don't like those odds. I love my job. It pays you for your birthday off. Nice. VP's turning into a moon boy for October. He should. And you know, I've been saying that for a year. Wait for October. Yes, Ray, I am positive. When I'm bearish, I let you know when I'm bearish. And generally, it's a short time until 2026. Now, once we get in 2026 and I'm being bearish, then you got to watch out. But we're not there yet. Not there yet. Judge Bibbles. I'll take 47 cents over 8 cents. 40 cents. We'll hit 47 cents before we hit 8 cents. Bibbles. 69 cents first and then 420. Aussie. Hey, good morning. How you doing? I'll start selling Doge when we get to $5. There we go. Government will shut down for a few weeks at most. They'll pass the CR. Many times they do it at midnight before, and the government never officially shuts down. But sometimes it's a few days or a week, but sometimes it goes a little longer. We were talking about that. Can you look at the Aster coin for a 1-year chart? It's only been trading for a week. There's another older Aster thing. That's not the one we're talking about. Low roller. There's an ASTR, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Aster, this one. It's only been trading since, I guess it launched on 18th of September, 6 days ago. And since launch, it is up only about 250%. That's all. 250% since launch. This is Aster. This is the ones everyone talking about. Now there's an older coin called ASTR. This is something different. I go out on the weekly on that, and this thing was trading since March of 2022. This is not the Aster we're talking about now. This is an old coin. All right. So we go back to Aster, this one. This is the one that I believe CZ has been heavily buying into. So, well, it might have gone up 2,000% because before it was trading on MEXC, it was a token that was probably worth peanuts. So it might have gone up 2,000 from the launch of the original token. But once it started trading on MEXC on the 18th, that's 250%. But I didn't even know what Aster was before it was trading here. Again, another one of those that's a 1 in a million. Well, this is the 1 in a million right here. This is one of them. This is one of them. Is Floki worth getting into? You know, it's one of those 2021 meme tokens like Doge Elon Mars that I don't know what it's going to do this bull market. It still has a large following. But the newer memes are probably going to outperform the older memes. That doesn't mean Floki doesn't still pump. It could. But it was made 4 years ago. It was at the tail end of 2021 cycle. Maybe it pushes up as much as Doge, but I kind of don't think so. Altcoin season. So I think we've kind of already touched on the beginning of it, but it's not a full all-out alt season yet. I think that happens in October. For Zone right now, who knows, Mac? Who knows about Zone? I mean, yeah, you pointed out it was up at $4. When I looked at it, it was like 5 o'clock this morning. Pre-market, 5 o'clock in the morning. $4. By the time I saw it, it was $2.40. Does it get back up to $5 again? It could. I'll be watching that pre-market and aftermarket trading. That seems to have more to it because there's less guardrails on the stock. So yeah. What meme's going to pump harder than Doge? I think this cycle, Pengu. Just a Pengu, just because of its adoption worldwide. I think Bonk could still go on a big run associated with Solana. But of course, there'll always be some unknown one that no one's ever heard of that's going to do a 10x. I don't think any of those will do a 10x. And we're not going to start looking at the bottom of 2026 yet until we see how high Doge goes first. And then we'll start looking at the 2026 bear market. And Doge might never go below 10 cents ever again. Particularly with what is being built for the Dogecoin treasuries, Dogecoin adoption, ETFs, like all of that stuff. That might limit how deep a pullback in a bear market goes. You know, those whenever you see those posts about whales purchasing Doge, typically those are transfers, wallet transfers, and not real purchases. They have no way of knowing. It's just coins moving from wallet to wallet. Doesn't necessarily mean whales are buying. And most of those big wallets that you see, those are exchange wallets. People get all freaked out by exchange wallets. I'm just like, they just move coins around for security, for other reasons. If Dogecoin hits 420, you should smoke a beautiful legal joint. Oh. I would certainly be doing a lot of drinking. I'll tell you that. I will celebrate with a drink. But a joint? Ugh. You'll smoke it for me. Is over 40 cents a bearish bull run? I think a lot of people would be disappointed if the highest Doge got at the end of the cycle is 40 cents. So, thank you, Duchess. Appreciate it. Try and keep it real here. You can go follow Daryl and others if you want to hear totally unrealistic targets. Of course, with Daryl, you got to put up with all the XRP stuff too. So, yeah, there's that. Love the little pump. Keep it going. Yeah, we were pumping here a little bit, but it kind of slowed down this afternoon. So, yeah, a little slow down this afternoon, but it was coming up nice, right up to 25 cents. So still the choppiness of late September. And BNB, yep, hit a new all-time high. Where's my BNB chart? BNB. There we go. This was the all-time high, 1,083. We hit that on Saturday. But still staying above 1,000. It dipped a little bit below Monday and into Tuesday, but came back up and reclaimed over $1,000 for BNB. Yeah, good luck guessing the few shit coins that will pump. Good luck. But not a bad idea to have a little bit of your portfolio in some of them. Again, I don't go for the super low market cap ones because those could go to zero. And I would rather not have my money go to zero at this point. Again, you keep hearing about people who don't make money in the market. And I'm like, what are you buying? you're buying those, right? That's why. Or you're doing leverage trades and you're getting liquidated. That's how not to make money in a bull market. So I stick with the top 100, occasionally go a little bit below for this or that, like Peak, for instance. I dabbled in that one, hasn't done well. Pump.fun ended up working out pretty well. Trump did not. So, but again, that was just on the far end of my portfolio, right? But it's like, still don't like to lose money, right? Still don't like to lose. I don't trust CZ either, Adrian. But he's very rich and he knows how to play the crypto game. And I think he's doing it with Aster. $0.50, 70 cents, Ruben. You tell me what's going to happen with Doge. What's the adoption going to be? Is Doge going to be on X as part of X payments? Yeah, we're going to be higher than 70 cents. But if there's no Doge on X or Tesla, Elon hasn't done anything with Doge this cycle, we may not hit 70 cents then. It depends on what happens. You can't just pick a number and say, yes, definitely it's going to hit that number. Doge doesn't work like that. Doge works with catalysts. It needs something to get it to run. 2022, it was Elon buying Twitter. Boom, doubled in price. November 2024, it was Trump wins the presidency. Elon is part of Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, that whole thing, all that excitement about Dogecoin. Boom, Dogecoin more than doubles in price. So again, that's how Doge works. There's a wild card. That's Elon. Exactly, boss. I call Elon the wild card for the next 3 months. Is he going to throw his hat in the Doge ring or not? Is there going to be some kind of Dogecoin tweet? Then we get a different price for Doge than if he doesn't. Bonk to the moon. All right. I'll take that too. UFC fight. The Department of Government Efficiency ending, all that. Yeah, that's all next year. All next year. Keeping it real. We try to do that, Kristen. We would all celebrate with a lot of drinking. Indeed. Indeed. If it ever goes back to 10 cents, William is buying a ton. The whales aren't buying here for a 40-cent Doge. They want $1. I agree with that. How about dipping to 21 cents? Right now, the chart structure is not showing a dip down to 21. My sloping support line here, which goes back a ways. Actually, I don't know what happened to it. It must have moved. There's my sloping support line. So, and then with this, again, higher lows, right? Higher lows. So 21 cents right now. The charts aren't showing 21 cents. But government shutdown may freak a bunch of people out. So if you're looking to buy on a dip, I'd be looking at September 30th and October 1st. That's 1 week from now. Just to have a little ready, just in case. We'll be watching that, Eat or Starve. November into December, it's been different. 2017 was different than 2021. Now we're 2025. So we will be watching that every day, trying to figure that out. Could Pengu double on no hype and no news? Yes, Pengu could do that. It's just a meme. Kriss told me I was going to make it, so I'm just sitting back waiting for it to happen. I like your attitude. Just cruising, right? Just cruising, sitting back. Yeah. Just cruising. Just a few red candles this afternoon here. But we had a lot of green this morning. You get what you pay for. Mega Millions is going up, low roller. Very slowly. Yes, you can broadcast that out to the world. Kriss says altcoin season will begin in October. I did say that. Why won't Doge replicate 2017, 2021? 2017 because it was such a low market cap. 2021 because that was all on the backs of Elon hype. So where we are now is even a bigger market cap at the spring point of this final quarter of a bull cycle year. So I don't think we're going to see those same percentage gains. That's just my thesis. I hope I'm wrong on that. And I hope Dogecoin proves to me that it can do better. Crow with knife was a mistake. And that's what happens, Kriss, right? And I picked some that have totally tanked. I admit it too. But that's why I don't go all in on those things. Small percentage of my portfolio goes chasing some of those. I did not do crow with knife. I saw it on crypto.com because it's a crow based meme token, but I was like, yeah, I'm not buying that. Not playing the Elon wild card yet. Elon. Yeah, October 18th, 17th, whatever the day is on the grayscale. If Elon doubled up on that one, that would be awesome. I'd take that. Yeah, my chart structure isn't showing 20 cents, Tom. Unless there's just some huge negative news. World War III, right? Russia goes and flies into more NATO zones, and then the NATO planes start taking out the Russian planes. Yeah, that could be bad. Government shutdown. Again, we don't know. That's only US, right? It doesn't affect the entire world. So there's things out there. Mr. Bear said to me that he bought Doge at 27 cents. And when it got back to 27 cents, he sold. So you're right, Kriss. He don't own Dogecoin. Why listen to him? Yeah. That's not a way to make money. It's not a way to make money. $1 Doge. You must be dreaming. I don't know who you're talking about. Who the you is here, Tom? Because I'm not saying that. People keep saying, "Oh, Kriss says Doge's going to $1." I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I said, you tell me what's going to happen with Dogecoin. If Elon all of a sudden unleashes X payments and there's Doge integrated into it, now we're talking. Now we got something to talk about. But without that, Tesla accepting Doge as payment for cars or like something like that would really cause Doge to move, then Doge isn't going to go to $1. X money. That'd be awesome. Well, that's what we're talking about right now, Zpar. What is going to be the top of the bull run? Right. A Kikis Maximus level catalyst. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Let me get caught up here in the chat because we have something special today. Something special today. Yeah, right, Charlotte. The real Doge father. Yeah, where's Galvin? What happened to that guy? What happened to that guy? Let me just get caught up on the rest of the chat here. And then we have, thanks to our friend Warblaster. Do, 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 do. Oh, Tom is our bear today. Okay. Well, does Tom want to win some Dogecoin? What? Win? What? Who said anything about winning? Winning Dogecoin? What? What? Yes, the giveaway tool is here. Dun, 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 dun. We got to turn these red candles back into green. And the only way we're going to do it is thanks to our friend Warblaster. Yes. Who wants to win some Dogecoin? How are you going to do it? You're going to type Dogecoin in the chat. Dogecoin if you want to win. So the way this works on the channel for a Dogecoin giveaway, you are not automatically entered into the giveaway unless you type the word Dogecoin in the chat. So we'll start with that. I won again, actually. I actually won again. So we're going to do 3 draws, 33 Dogecoin each. 33 Dogecoin each for 3 winners. 3 winners, 33 Dogecoin each. And you have to be ready, willing, and able to send me an email if you're a winner. And in your email, you have to let me know what your Dogecoin wallet address is. And it has to be a Dogecoin wallet that begins with the letter D. So it is a true on-chain Dogecoin wallet. None of those OX wallets or any of that crap. We don't do that here. Real Dogecoin on the blockchain, Dogecoin with the letter D. If you don't have one, we can talk about that after. They're easy to make. You also have to be in the chat when there's a drawing and your name shows up, because you're going to get confetti and all that, right? It's like, woohoo, you win. You got to at least acknowledge that you won in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to respin. We're going to redraw. And if your name is selected by our totally random, not rigged giveaway tool, then you do have in the chat, you have to say, woohoo, yay, I won, something like that. So you're letting me know that you've actually won. Or you could decide you've won before, or you're feeling generous and you want to give someone else a chance. You could say, pass it on, and then we respin. So all of that is in play on the KrissPax Dogecoin giveaways. Courtesy today, our good friend Warblaster, being the Warblaster true hero that he is. Awesome, awesome. You rigged it for sure, Christoph. Totally rigged. Yes, totally rigged. No, Robinhood's not a bank, Matt. Not a bank. We talked about that the other day. All right, let's go. Who wants to win some Dogecoin? Me. I want to win Dogecoin. Again, if you're just coming in, type the word Dogecoin in the chat in order to have a chance of winning the giveaways. Now, if you type the word Dogecoin in the chat more than once, you still only get 1 draw. The giveaway tool is smarter than you. It knows. Because some people are going to do that. So, all right, let's go. Are we ready? First draw. Let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Christian. Hey, Christian. Woohoo! Hey, Christian. Looking good. It's Christian Valley, not Christian. The wow Christian Valley. Awesome. All right, so we have our first winner. Yeah, Juha, you were close. You were so close. All right, there's our first. Not rigged. Oh. I love the community. Please pass it on. Christian, the generosity here is awesome. Christian is passing it on, guys. Everybody gets another chance. Let's go. Here we go. I do not know how to pronounce your name. I can now officially say that. I do not know how to pronounce your name. It looks Greek. I don't know. Is it Greek? Alex. All right, Alex. I'll take it. Alex. Oh. Congratulations, Alex. And now I know how to say your name. Or at least, you know, the English version. Alex. Love it. Oh. Russian. Yeah, that makes sense. Russian. Congratulations. It's so rigged, I know, right? All right. We'll get to Q&A, Ray, after we do the giveaways, all right? All right. We are going to go with our second draw. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I forgot the drum roll. I'm trying to multitask. Toroidal moment. Toroidal moment. See, I don't even know how to write this. Giveaway. 70. Alex. Bush. Woohoo! We get a woo from Toroidal. Awesome. Congrats. Congrats. All right. Third one. Let's do it. Let's go. Oh, it was almost me. But instead, we get the cheese and rice. The cheese and rice lord. Lord Cheese and Rice. I love it. Yay! Hola! The Lord Cheese and Rice. I'm just writing it down because I always write all of these down so that I get this all. The proof, if somebody ever needs to see proof that about all that Doge. I know, I almost won for a third time, huh? You're in the house and you're going to get some Doge. All right. So for the winners, you're going to send me an email. Let me get that up for you here. You're going to send me an email to this email address, KrissCrypto@gmail.com. That's KrissKrypto, KrissCrypto@gmail.com. Include in your email both your YouTube handle and your Dogecoin wallet address. And then tonight, I'll send you your Doge. All right. There we go. Congratulations to the winners. And actually, congratulations to everybody because, you know, it's a cool thing giving away Dogecoin. It's a cool thing. And we got a green candle. Look at that. We got a green candle now coming out of the dip, back up, because we're doing good every day. Thank you to our friend Warblaster. Appreciate it, man. Having fun. Doing good every day. So, you have my email memorized. I know, right? You didn't claim your last one? I will go back and look since I write all of this down, and I will double check that, but I didn't see an email from you probably. So send me an email. Send me an email. The giveaway works. Congrats to all. Arrowbud. Don't know what Arrowbud is. Optic cookies. Arrowbud. Is that a coin? Arrowbud. Arrowbud. Here it is. 0.0066. It's been around a while. Oh, it looks like it unfortunately started trading in December of 2024, right before the whole tariff fear pullback. What does that mean for this thing, huh? What does that mean? It's still trading pretty low. It's not coming back up higher. We did have the recovery out of the April tariff bottom, right in May, but hasn't gone back up to that height yet. July's was a lower high. August was a lower high. September is a lower high. It's going the wrong way, dude. It's going the wrong way. So, yeah, that's not what you want to see. That doesn't give me a lot of confidence that this thing's going to take off. It's older than December on Coinbase. Arrowbud on Coinbase. It doesn't even, I don't even see a chart, a Coinbase chart here. I've got MEXC. And it didn't even start trading on MEXC until January 2025. So that's all I got. I got you, Toro. Yeah, that's all I got for Arrowbud. MEXC, Bitmart. That's what Bitmart shows. Yeah, Bitmart is December 2024. Same. Yeah, that's all I got. Anyway, not a great looking chart. Good luck with it. But I don't see good things on that. Yep, doing good every day. We get a green candle. That's right, Chris. Green candle. Fun time to jazz up the KrissPax pasta salad. Awesome. Jamie Coots thinks alt season in November. Could be. Could be. Am I buying tickets to John Cena WWE? No, I'm not. I've been to one. I did go to one WWE probably 10 years ago, something like that. And I'm like, okay, I did that. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. It's a dead chain or dead coin. It looks it. Elon Musk, please come get your dog. I know, Tom. I know it's Elon or nothing. I get it, but it's still going to pump even without Elon. We got a whole lot of other things going on with it, but like I said, it won't pump as much without Elon. I agree with that. But that doesn't mean it just is dead and goes to zero. AeroBud is doing better than ICP. Also doing better than the Trump token. Oh, XRP, still trying to get over $3. Just not quite there yet. But 5% for the day. That's good. I don't know what the news was on. It looks like there was some news about 10 o'clock this morning. Started posting some big green candles here. So something happened. Again, I don't follow the XRP news for reasons most of you already know. Not really my thing. Yeah. But I still hold some XRP too. So hey, maybe I'll get rich too. You changed your name. You're now Alex K. Well, there you go. So especially United States based. We just prefer everything to be English. So you guys, some of us were here in 2021 and we truly know what altcoin season means because we lived it. We lived it, especially with Doge. February to April 2021, we lived it. That's a good question, Con, to Tom. What coins are you holding, Tom? What are you invested in? That's a great question. A little late to the party, AR. Crypto reset, US debt dump. No, that's FUD. FUD, 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 FUD. That's not happening. $37 trillion of stable coins reset the whole crypto market? No. FUD. You think we'll hit all-time high? Again, Ray, we've been talking about this, right? It depends on what the catalysts are for Dogecoin. If Dogecoin is just going to trade around and follow Bitcoin, we're not going to hit a new all-time high for Doge. Doge trades on its own hype, its own catalyst. And if we don't get it, it's not going to happen. Tom is holding Pump. I made my money on Pump and I sold it. Will it go higher? Maybe. But I took my profit already on Pump token. Just so you know, because you probably don't realize that I actually did trade this thing. I bought down here at 0025 and I sold right here at 008. So that was a gain of 220%. I'd say that was a pretty good trade. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you agree with that, Tom? That was a pretty good trade. Now, I did have my 1.618 fib up here at 0096, but as it was coming up here, I was like, I think this is going to top before it gets to the 1.618. So I sold and I took profit. Winning. Now, will it go higher from here? I don't know. However, I've reinvested that money, and now we'll see how that does. I know, not bad, right? And that's not bad. And that was about a month and a half. 220%. Book it. Just book it. Done. So, and if you don't believe me, you can go back to my live streams from early August where I actually made the purchase. But I don't know why people wouldn't believe me. Joe says I was there. I hope Doge can reach $10 trillion. Well, I hope the entire crypto market cap hits 10 trillion. That would be awesome. That's Jordan Cameron. He's calling for that. Right. You heard that too? All lies. It's all FUD. You've got a little bit of Doge as well. Been a huge disappointment. Well, what price did you buy at? And when did you buy it? Because it sounds like you're a little bitter because you bought at the wrong time and you bought at a higher price. That's the sense I'm getting here. That's the sense I'm getting. You're up 10x on pump. So you bought it on the pump.fun, right? Traded some sol for it before it was trading on any exchanges. So you can do that, but then you got to fess up to all the ones that you tried where you lost, because again, those meme tokens are like a needle in a haystack. So you bought it 8 cents. So you're up 3x. What are you complaining about, dude? God, only a 3x. Delusional mind when you get into these crypto and meme token things. That's a great return on an investment. Don't be an idiot. We come here and we try and be real, and that's just totally unrealistic thinking. So anyway, I'm done with that conversation. We'll move on. Could Pengu beat Doge in terms of percent increase? Yeah, Pengu can. Pengu can. Thoughts on awe? Nye, I don't know what awe is. Awe. On Coinbase. It's up to 9 cents. You bought at 5, sold half at 8. This has been in a nice run. Look at this. Whoa. This has been trading on Coinbase since the 4th of September. And it's up 100%. Wow. Nice. Nice one, Nye. What does this thing do? How did you know to buy awe? You bought it 5.2, so that would have been back here. Like 10th of September. Wow. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this run is, but that's pretty good. That is pretty good. It's all-time high. I have no idea. There's no price structure here. There's nothing to, there's really nothing to look at. I just don't know what this thing is. I'd have to go look it up, but. Tesla, yeah. Yeah. It's up to 442, but isn't continuing its run after market. It's kind of flat that I see, but yeah. Not too long ago, we were looking at Tesla at 320, and I was saying Tesla's a buy if it gets close to 300, and instead it just turned around and boom, 440. I do like Peak. I do like Peak. Peak has actually been trading very well lately. So Peak is looking really strong. Here we were looking at this on the 10th, 11th, and 12th of September, and that's where I was booking higher lows right there, and I was starting to feel bullish about Peak again when we saw this. And that was down here at 7.5 cents. Now it's at 12 cents. So yeah, the peak chart looks very good right now. Now, if we zoom out and we look at the whole peak chart, we got a long ways to go to come back, right? Because peak was trading up here at 50 cents and we're still at 12. But this recovery is looking very good. It's looking good compared to some dead coin we were looking at earlier. It's like, this isn't showing it. This is showing good trading. We got volume ticking up. See the increase in the volume here on peak. It's like, okay, that's what we want to see. We want to see volatility. We want to see trading volume, and then this thing can take off higher. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. Pengu moves at 3 in the morning. It goes on Asian market times for Pengu. Pengu is still holding up here at 3 cents. That's pretty good. It came up to a penny, chopped around for a bit from May through June, and then jumped up to 3 cents, and now has been going sideways. That's a pretty strong looking chart. So ready for price discovery. It's a double top. Ready for price discovery. It's got to get over 4.5 cents, and then off we go. My average Doge buy price is 11 cents, Alex. Nice. So more than doubled already. What does it do? It got me more Doge. People loving Hyperliquid. Yeah, be careful with Hyperliquid. There's going to be a huge token unlock in November. Huge token unlock in November. I'm guessing that over the next month and a half, as we, get through Q4, the first half of Q4, that there's going to be other things outperforming Hyperliquid because of this huge token unlock coming. I think Arthur Hayes said something about that too, where he sold out of Hyperliquid and he's putting it into Aster and other things. Because he doesn't want to get caught in a big drop. So that's coming. $46. What a great run it's been on, though. That April drop was $10. Now it's just under $50. That's a pretty good move. But be careful of November with Hyperliquid. Not only is a beast, but man, that guy's built, right? He seriously works out. The guns on that guy. My God. I think I will sell around half my Doge at all-time high and let the rest run. That's a good plan. Hey, Tom. Welcome to Google. Google runs the ads. I got no control over them, dude. Everybody else doesn't seem to have a problem with them, but for some reason you do. Whatever. Welcome to Google. As much Doge as I bought, all I need is $6.50. Let's go. Yeah. $6 Doge. Yeah, there's a whole world of ad blocks out there and all kinds of things. Or you can just buy YouTube Premium. You can do that too. But again, this is free. How much did you pay to watch this highly entertaining live stream? Right? It's the same as watching TV, right? You put up with some ads to get free entertainment. This is free. Even with TV, you got to pay. That's right. You got to pay your service provider and you get ads. Here, what do you pay? Right? Well, you got to pay for your phone, I guess. Got to pay for your internet connection. You get ads. I didn't charge you to be here. Right? I didn't charge you anything. So you're here. That's how Google works. That's how ads work. I got no control over the ads. Wow. Wow. Oh. And if you're worried about ads, it's like, man, relax. Relax a little. And you shouldn't be getting stressed out if you're up 200, 300%. There's nothing to get stressed out about. Living the good life. Here we are, right? Bull cycle. These exciting couple months coming up, and you're stressed out? Dude, relax. Relax. The other day we played that the Jim Rome video from It's All Risky. I can't replay it again. I got a copyright claim, so I can't play it again. But it was just like, we watched that and we were like, yeah, we're here because we are taking a risk, right? Right. Okay, Tom, if your blood pressure is too high, go invest in bonds. All right. Just invest in bonds. You'll have nothing to worry about. No, we're here because we are taking a risk investing in cryptocurrency. 200 and 300% gains that you're expecting is unrealistic in the investment world outside of this bubble that we're in, right? Again, 200 and 300% returns are unrealistic outside of this bubble that we are in. I couldn't be any more clearer about that. So you're up on your pump, you're up on your Doge. What are you stressed out about? You're making money, dude. You're making money. That's because he's lying and he knows it. There are some who make stuff up. As the bull market heats up, there's going to be more ads. Some pretty scammy ones. Yeah, those fake AI Elon ones. I remember that. Yeah, the Elon Tesla ones. They had a whole bunch of them. I would prefer those didn't come back. Google needs to, and YouTube needs to somehow stay on top of those. But I guess they don't. Bonds, right, Nick? Just go buy bonds. Won't get stressed out so much. Right. And if you're upset about ads, you don't need to be in crypto. All eyes on Doge ring up to $2. Yeah, now it's just stupidity. Dolomite. You can trade dolomite? Really? Is that a thing? Dolomite. I saw silver was going up. It's a crazy run on silver going. Do you want to buy Doge pegged to BNB? I would prefer you just buy the real Dogecoin and not something on BNB. Try 5,000 swings up and down. Your ears will pop off. Hey, RR, have a good night. Let's hope Doge stabilizes. I think it's looking good so far. You know, we went through a couple days here, down here at 24, high upper 23s. Now we're trying to get up at least half a level here. Getting ready to cash in my crypto, buy a new excavator. Another 20 to 30 days. Yeah, I would at least wait, and particularly if you're in Dogecoin, let's wait till at least October 18th and see what happens. I got a feeling we're going to be a lot higher than we are right now. I got a feeling. Mr. Handy Dan, how are you today? $14 a month premium, no ads, worth every penny if you're on YouTube every day. Exactly. No stress, no worries, no ads. Oh. Tantalum. I don't even know what that is. Tantalum. Do you, Pax Cat? Do you know what tantalum is? What is that, huh? What is that, buddy? Huh? Pax Cat hanging out with the Doge fam today. Crypto was that easy, we'd all be millionaires. Yep. Everybody's saying they're so disappointed. I'm like, if you've been watching me for the past 9 months, what have I been saying? October. Are we in October yet? No. Just like, yeah. Yeah, bro saw an ad and said this crossed the line, and I'm just like, I got no control over it. I've never even seen this guy before, and all of a sudden he's on my stream and he's complaining about the ads. I'm just like, oh man. All right. Dolomite is on Coinbase. Dolomite. And there it is, Dolomite. There is a thing, 11 cents for Dolomite. Been on Coinbase since the 11th of September. And since then, if you bought at launch, you would be down 35%. That's not good. That's not good. Why would you buy something and be down 35% in this market? Oh. Will it come back up? I don't even know what this is. Just another new coin. But this doesn't look good. That is a bearish looking chart. Dolomite. Yeah, let's just get 50-cent Doge. Hand Daniel. Let's get to 50 cent. Yeah, this is not for you, Tom. You lost a Bitcoin on margin trading back in 2017. So you've been through that. And yeah, we do only good every day here. Doge is life. Try and have a little fun, which we do here. And people get upset. Why are you having so much fun? Just like having a little fun. You know, it's a live stream. Trying to be a little entertaining. People come here to de-stress and they don't worry about the ads. Or they have YouTube Premium or Brave browser and they just don't see the ads. Right? I agree with that. 80 days left, but dude, you can't stress over it. Can't stress over it. It's the final countdown. Got a lot of 80s and 90s tunes. Shocktober. That's a good one. Shocktober. We're going to shock you. You really think that I'd like your salads? They sound good. I mean, all the ingredients that you're showing me, Duchess, are just like, they sound awesome. And healthy, too. And healthy. We like that. We like healthy food. Got to eat healthy food. Got to exercise and not stress out about crypto charts. Not stress out about crypto charts. All right. DCA, buying the dips. Add to the coin. Don't forget to smash the likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's an old Warren Buffett saying. It's an old Warren Buffett saying. Tantalum has fairly unique properties. Tantalum. Whew. Ali post 2 billion Doge bought? No. I can already tell just by that. No, it's probably another transfer. It's October if you squint your eyes. Oh. Yeah. There was no ETFs. Was there institutional buying in 2021? MicroStrategy as a company was buying Bitcoin. But everyone thought he was crazy back then. Were there other institutions buying Bitcoin? There might have been quietly, nothing really public. All of the talk back then was about adoption, not institutional buying. Nobody was talking about treasuries or reserves or anything like that. Nope. Yes, Tom, I would be very disappointed in you if you exit with anything less than 50x. Oh. You like making pasta salads too? Was that a fake pump out? We're just in this choppy zone, you know, as I've been saying, we're just in this choppy zone. So is it a fake? I mean, I was kind of joking. Hey, there'd be a great breakout here. Wasn't expecting it. So, oh, see you, Dada. There will be opportunities in 2026. Yeah, if you're short. The shorters are going to win in the bear market. I don't know. I don't know what 2026 will have in store. There are still many people who believe in the super cycle, extended cycle theories. I don't buy it. I think the M2 money supply is going to go down. We're not going to have a recession, but the economy is not going to be great. And I think there's going to be some pullbacks in the crypto market. That's just what I see in 2026. I will not be buying early in 2026. I will be waiting it out till closer to the end of the year and see how it goes. That's just me, though. What do I know, right? I already lived through one cycle. So, yeah. I wish more people in my area knew about this live stream. Have everyone come over, watch the live stream, eat some popcorn, have some fun. Why does the bull run sound so dangerous? We're going to get shocked and our faces melted, right? I don't want to be like that guy on Indiana Jones, right? And have my face melt. I don't want to be that guy. Oh. Prefer to grow healthy food. I watch YouTube for my neighbors. Oh. That is kind of funny. If Doge doesn't pump, I'm going to go protest Tesla. I like that one. That's good. Oh, Ali probably knows it is, Christian. He doesn't care. He just wants clicks on his posts. That's all he wants. It makes him money. He's a monetized creator on X, so every view gets him some more money. He doesn't care. I know. Take your feelings out. But newbies get caught up in it. They make mistakes. They buy real shit tokens. They use leverage. There's a reason there's leverage on exchanges. They don't want you to win. They see your trades and they take you out most times. The Grayscale Doge ETF is going to be good. Dogecoin X payments would be much, much better. Because the ETF itself isn't like a Grayscale one. That's not going to cause Dogecoin to go up 50%. Not based on that. It's a slow and steady gain kind of thing. But X payments? Now we're talking. Yeah, we talked about the game. It was a downloadable game on Steam. We talked about that yesterday. And that poor cancer patient who was raising money. That was pretty bad. But someone came through and actually donated him $30,000. I don't remember who it was. I think Charlie said it on his video. Moist Critical, Penguin Zoe, that Charlie. I'm trying to remember who it was. I don't remember. Somebody donated $30,000 to him. That was really nice. If Tether went bust, that would be a bad day in crypto. Yes. That would be a bad day. No, it wasn't Ben Cowan. It wasn't Ben. Who donated $30,000 to the cancer streamer? Cancer streamer who lost pump.fun money from downloading a game on Steam. Searching. Alex Becker. It was Alex Becker. There you go. Good for Alex Becker. Wasn't that nice? Let's ask Grok. Grok is good. That was very nice. Doge and H-bar. I think it's just the market, Ed. Oppressed, suppressed, whatever. Just the market. Even in a bear market, you can watch BTC Doge. Well, true, but again, that's based on particular news for Doge. For instance, if you look at, this is Bitcoin dominance. I'm going to go to Doge BTC right here. So we had, obviously there's a number of big things. Let me get this out of the way. We don't need that. You get these little pumps, right? Like this one, October 2022, that's when Elon bought Twitter. Dogecoin price doubled. So Doge BTC spiked up, but then Doge tumbles back. Then we had the early 2024 meme coin pump, Doge, Sheeb, a bunch of others went up, but then it tumbled back down. Then we had the, and then we're talking really in the bull cycle. That's presidential election, Elon Musk, Department of Government Efficiency, Doge outperforms Bitcoin. Now we're waiting for the next one. What's going to be the next thing that gets Doge to outperform Bitcoin? That's what's coming. But in a bear market, I don't know, Alex. You don't know when that event is going to happen that's just solely Doge. Otherwise, Doge is just going to bleed out versus Bitcoin again. So that's what I see. It's just going to bleed out. But right now, it's holding very well, down to 21. It'll be up to 30, maybe even 40. So we wait for that. You're down for anything except the liquefied face. I don't want my face to melt. Yeah. I buy and wait. Holding, buying, staking for the future. Not using money you're willing to lose. That's the main thing too, right there. A lot of people say that, but they end up putting more money in than they probably should because they want to see big gains. So then what? Then they get stressed about it. So, yeah. Elon isn't taking forever for X payments. It just was never. I've always said fall of 2025. We're not there yet. So That's not taking forever if you've been listening to me for a long period of time. You'd love to see Dogecoin ads, but Dogecoin's not a company, so there's nobody to pay for ads. There's no for-profit company that's shilling Dogecoin. So, hey, Will, how are you? There was a NASCAR car on the Xfinity, which is the second tier, that had a Dogecoin sponsor. And then we had an Indy 500 car this year, the Indy 500, that had a Dogecoin sponsored wrap on it. So yeah, good for Alex Becker. You know, I don't feel bad for people who buy at the top. And that is true too. It gives crypto a bad look. All of the crap that goes on, all the scammers and hackers out there. I have put too much money into crypto. Well, Charles, you at least recognize that. I did too back in 2022, but I had a conviction of the 4-year cycles. After the FTX crash, I was like, okay, we've now had that last big black swan event. Now's the time I'm going in. And that's what I did. And it's worked out very well for me. So again, it's about the cycles. And I'm like, right now, we're in the last quarter of a 4-year cycle. So you should not be expecting to buy something and get 10x gains from here. It's a 1 in a million chance. There's so many freaking cryptos out there. But you can. I mean, it's possible. We saw it with Mix. We saw it with well, this guy Tom, right? Pump. So took a chance on that. And we see it with Aster. But not much else. Because we're at the end of the cycle now. But people will come in, right? Money will be good. The prices will all be FOMOing up, and people will come in and they'll be buying at the top. Happens every cycle. And then we got to go through it all again through the bear market. And they learn. Doge will hit $1, Philly Mike says. XRP $5. Bitcoin 200K. Yeah, XRP could hit $5. Bitcoin could hit 200K. Doge could hit $1. All of that is possible. Yes, that's not crazy. Of course, that's XRP doing less than a 2x from here. Bitcoin doing less than a 2x, but Doge doing a 4x. So holding strong. Doge. We're like surfers waiting for the perfect wave. Yeah. Your best time was mining ETH before the switch to proof of stake. Yeah. That's too bad. That's too bad they did that. Exactly, Rob. Other than my for fun Bitcoin purchase that I made at the top. They think it's still going higher, and then they get mad when it doesn't. There were a lot of people, though, over the past 2 years that have been buying dips. And even some from just last year that bought over 40 cents, that bought Doge over 40 cents. But April, May, June, they were buying on dips and lowering their average. So there's a few in here, that show up here that have done that. Because we've been talking about lowering your average, buying dips. And some did that. So will it go up? Probably. Are you sure? No. Nothing's guaranteed in life. Nothing's guaranteed in life. So, did I short when I bought at the top? No, I was just having fun with a $10 purchase at what I thought was the local top for Bitcoin, and now it is actually the all-time high. So I have bought Bitcoin for at a higher price than anybody else in the history of Bitcoin. Kriss owns the exact highest. It was for the comedic effect. It was $10. But yeah, I did that. You were one who learned, Michael. You bought your first Doge at 41. Yeah, and people complained to me like I made you buy, and I was like, I was selling at 42 cents. That's where I took my first slice. This cycle of taking profit was 42 cents. And people say I made them buy, and I didn't make you buy anything. Oh. Yeah, Alex, bought your average down from 40 to 23. Uniswap as a platform or Uniswap as the token, Munish? The cycle would end sometime November, December, if it follows the same pattern. It'd be like a November, December end of cycle. But we'll see. Could be different. Could be different. Crypto is a better chance than lotto or casino. Yep. Let's try and be a little smart about it. You can make money. Learn the hard way you bought Sheeb. Back from walking the dog. Are we there yet? Let's go. Seeing a little weakness in the market right now. A little weakness. So, well. We've had some golden opportunities to buy Dogecoin on these big dips. The big dip late Sunday night, the big dip we had last night. Those are the things you want to look for. Sorry you bought sheep. Yeah. Got your first Bitcoin at 58K. Can't complain. And you probably thought, God, I'm buying Bitcoin at $58,000. And now look where you are. So, buy Dogecoin or else. That's what Charlotte says. Buy Doge or else. All right, gang. That's what we have for tonight. Hey, look, we're trying to establish some higher lows still on the big time frames. We're still doing higher lows. I have my sloping support line down here. It's at 23 cents. So hope that doesn't come into play. And we will be watching that. Again, I'll be live again on Thursday. So make sure that you're subscribed. You got your notifications on. Always hit the like button as well. Appreciate the support. And we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.